Two severe weather threats over the next few days. The first arrives late tomorrow, and I don't think it's a huge threat, but I think there is one nevertheless. It's low wind, especially for western and portions of central Arkansas late tomorrow, so have a way to get warnings. And the tornado potential with that is very, very, very low. It's mainly wind and hail. The bigger threat arrives coming up on Friday evening. Now, as we were saying yesterday on the air with this threat, and while it is elevated, this is not a situation where everybody's going to get a thunderstorm. That's not, in at least the way I see this playing out. I don't see that playing out where we're going to have thunderstorms everywhere. I think we're going to be dealing with a couple of thunderstorms and then potentially a line, maybe two or three thunderstorms that become severe. And if that changes, of course, we'll let you know. But I'm going to give you the newest information here and everything that you need to know. This is the risk for late Wednesday. It's very low for much of the state. For the central Arkansas area, but if you go into western Arkansas, that's where you see that lower risk, so it's a little bit greater there. Here's forecast track, and this is an interesting scenario. This is from our in-house computer model, the graph, and I think the next one that comes out this afternoon will be a little bit different than this, and I'll show you why. But you see thunderstorms developing. This is how late. Most of tomorrow is going to be nice, but it's late. I think you're going to start to see storms developing in eastern Oklahoma and western Arkansas. Hail and wind will be the primary threat. By 10 o'clock, it's moving towards the metro, and I think it gets, if it makes it to the metro, we're talking about closer to midnight with a very low-end threat for severe weather, but mainly thunder and lightning with this, and some brief heavy rain and some small hail. But watch what the in-house computer model is doing. It keeps showers and thunderstorms developing, and the severe threat at this point would be almost not zero, but way down there. That's 2 o'clock in the morning. And look how it just continues to rain in central Arkansas. I'm very hesitant about that scenario. So we'll see what the new graph shows, because that graph indicates close to 2 inches of rain in the metro. But I have a hard time believing that right now. All right, the severe risk, the bigger one. And it's not that when you see this, that means everybody in this medium risk area is going to get a severe thunderstorm. No. That just means the confidence level is there for more, at least the intensity and maybe a little bit greater coverage of thunderstorms compared to the lower end risk outlined. And if you get a thunderstorm, these are the main threats. And we're talking about severe wind. Now, all thunderstorms, have these components to them, except maybe not all tornado and everything and flash flooding. But what makes a storm severe is high wind and large hail, 58 miles per hour greater, or hail 1 inch in diameter greater. And you see how those medium, flash flooding threat may even go down to very low. I may update that. So when we combine storm fuel and spin in the atmosphere, watch what happens. And again, this is at 6 o'clock. This does not mean that everywhere in this area is going to get a severe thunderstorm with the potential for tornadoes. No, that's not what that is telling you. It's just saying that the atmospheric conditions are favorable so that if a thunderstorm develops in that environment, it will be able to tap into the spin and the storm fuel in that section of the state. So if it develops in that environment, there's a danger. And it's a medium end, and then it really goes up, especially by 9 o'clock, in areas south and east of the metro. And this has changed on every single computer model run, but this is generally the area that I was outlining on the air, eastern and southern Arkansas, in that general corridor. That if a thunder, that again, I'm going to stress this again, does not mean that everybody here is going to get a thunderstorm. It just means that the environment is conducive to severe thunderstorms that could rotate if developing in that environment. And then I think it's done around midnight. Tornado index. Again, this does not mean that everybody that sees the greater tornado threat is going to get a tornado, but you see how these kind of overlap around 8 o'clock, the higher end in southern Arkansas, and maybe even eastern Arkansas here by 1 o'clock in the morning near the Mississippi River in southeast Arkansas, but I think the threat will be winding down by that point in time. Oh, I meant to go to a different product, and I will. Hold on 1 second. Weather bell. Okay, I love this product. This is the lightning flash rate, instantaneous lightning flash density, instantaneous, okay? And this is Friday, and I got to do the math with the time change here. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all right? So remember that area of the state that I showed you is conducive to an environment for severe weather. This has at, let's see, this is at 6 p.m., it shows a supercell thunderstorm in southeast Arkansas. Now, every single run of the model will show something different. The thing that I see with this and what I was showing you yesterday with the modeling was that it was showing and trying to indicate maybe a couple supercells. This is why I'm saying not everybody gets a thunderstorm. Maybe here would be a big thunderstorm, and then I meant to stop that. I'm sorry. I'll do that again. My bad. So you see a couple of thunderstorms there in southeast Arkansas and into northern Louisiana. The next run could be further towards the north. The other thing is this line that tries to form across northern Arkansas. Look how many areas are not getting thunderstorms. And then you see by 10 p.m., this area of thunderstorms that could be broken, and that's the concern right here. Anything out ahead of it, and these areas of thunderstorms that develop and then rapidly move off towards the east. This is at 1 a.m., and I think the threat is dying out, or ending, I should say, in our viewing area. Moving off. Look, I went back in time there. Boom, boom. Let me just put that in motion again. So you see any supercells out in front? This line or broken line of storms develops, moves east. I think it's going to be nasty out here in northeast Arkansas, western areas of Tennessee, and into the boot heel of Missouri. Now let's look at Saturday, too, because it's showing southeast Arkansas with maybe a couple thunderstorms, but the main severe weather risk will be in Mississippi and Alabama coming up on Saturday. So a lot has been thrown at you. I'm sorry. Here we are at 6 minutes and something seconds. But have that Arkansas Storm Team app on your phone, KARK.com. As well, KRK4 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 will have the absolute newest information. But as I've been saying, I don't think, and I'm sorry, I look a little disheveled. I just got back from the gym. As I've been saying, I don't see this as a situation where everybody gets a thunderstorm, but the environment, if one does develop in the environment, then it could present all modes of those severe weather threats with wind, hail, and maybe even a tornado. All right, we'll keep you updated. As always, thank you very much for your trust.